Good evening, students. I hope your Monday is going well. Well, we are now in week 6 of exploring the New Testament together. So your week 6 assignments went live this morning, 8 o'clock. So those are now available for you. This week is going to be the same as it has been in your previous week's assignments. So you're going to have your unit quiz, your discussion, your reflection, and your essay paper. So be the same 4 assignments that have been due in the previous 5 weeks, and you're going to have the same due date schedule where your initial discussion post will begin due on Wednesday evening with the 2 responses to your classmates by Friday evening by 11:59, and then of course, any additional follow-up that you would like to reply back, you can do that by Sunday evening. Again, Sunday evening response, again, is not a requirement, but the initial post is, and then also the 2 follow-ups with your classmates. And again, please make sure that you are getting those assignments submitted on time so that there's not any late point deductions for that. The unit quiz, reflection, and your essay are all due Sunday evening. Normal time need to be submitted by 11:59. And again, if you have any questions at all about your assignments for this week, do reach out to me with those questions. Your week 4 assignments have been graded and returned to you with feedback. And again, please do make sure that when you're looking at the feedback that you can see the initial comments that I make, but then you will need to go into the rubric to look more specifically to see any additional feedback that I have provided in a specific area. So I just wanted to make sure that you are looking over that so that you're seeing areas that you're doing well on your assignments, but then maybe areas that you can improve on. So again, if you have any questions at all about your feedback, please reach out to me with those questions. And then the other thing too, if you have turned in an assignment and from a previous week and you have not gotten a grade back from that, please do check your email. There is a strong likelihood that I had a question about your assignment and needed to get some clarification before I grade that. So if you are missing an assignment from a previous week, please check your email. And so because I more than likely had a question I needed to address, and so I just want to make sure that I make that a point of emphasis that please do follow up on checking your email to make sure any communication that's been provided for you. So with that, let's get into this week's assignments. Again, those went live this morning. And so as you are getting into your material for this week, you're going to notice that there's a larger section that you're going to be reading this week from the ESV called Biblical Doctrine. So it's a lengthy section, and there's also 2 additional introductions. There's introduction to the book of Ephesians and an introduction to the book of 1 Timothy. So that's going to be your assigned reading this week from the ESV. And again, make sure that you're reading over that, as typically that's where your unit quiz questions are going to be coming from. So please make sure that you're reading over the assigned reading, and then your scripture reading for this week is going to be reading the entire book of Ephesians, and then you're going to be reading selected chapters, or at least 2 chapters out of 1 Timothy, and then also some verses out of 2 Timothy as well. So as I've mentioned before in the past with your scripture reading, when you are reading through, make sure that you're specifically reading the footnotes that will further assist you in answering those questions. So just wanted to make sure I highlighted that. And then there are 2 additional resources available for you. So there is a video lecture on the armor of God, and of course that will assist you with your essay this week. So just wanted to make sure that I highlighted that. And then also there is a supplemental article as well. And again, that is not assigned reading, but it's an article to again be able to assist you with the essay, your essay paper for this week. So again, if you have any questions at all about the assigned reading for this week, again, do reach out to me with those questions. Now, as you get into your assignments, your discussion is actually going to be coming from 1 Timothy chapter 3 this week. You're going to be looking at Paul's what Paul had stated in regards to biblical leadership, or what we would say the qualifications for an elder. So you're going to be looking at those opening 7 verses of 1 Timothy chapter 3, and you're going to be kind of pulling out the qualifications that stood out to you and explaining why, what's the importance of those qualifications and why those qualifications stood out to you. So you're going to be answering kind of 2 parts. So the first one is identifying those qualifications and explaining why you chose those qualifications, and then explaining, why these qualifications are important for a person in church leadership. So again, you're going to be writing a paragraph answering those questions, and then again, you're going to be responding back to your classmates, answering questions, replying to them, focusing on those four areas that you're as you're responding back to your classmate. So you can see those at the bottom. So you're going to be looking for areas that you might differ with your classmate, asking follow-up questions, maybe where they have a little bit a different interpretation of what the passage is saying. So you're just going to reply back to your classmates, really focusing on those 4 points in your response. And again, that's a way for you to be able to make sure that you're getting an excellent in that section. So again, if you have questions at all, please do reach out with those questions. So your discussion has been coming from 1 Timothy chapter 3. Your reflection this week is actually going to be you choosing one of Paul's letters. So you're going to be choosing one of the 13 letters that the Apostle Paul wrote, and then you are going to be writing 2 paragraphs answering those 2 specific questions. Main thing I would highlight here is not only are you thoroughly answering your questions with the letter that you have chosen, but then also that you are fulfilling all of the requirements for your reflection, so that your reflection is at least 200 words, that you are submitting that either as a Word document or as a PDF, that you are double spacing your assignments, that you are using proper formatting when you are introducing your paragraphs. You'll notice with APA you need to indent the first sentence of every paragraph. You also need to cite the ESV Study Bible as your source. So these are all things that are kind of condensed together within your requirement for your paper. So again, if one of those aspects is not included, then points are deducted from your assignment. So again, just wanted to make sure I go over that so that points are not deducted that do not need to be just because you didn't include one of the requirements in your paper. So again, your reflection this week is going to be focusing on one of Paul's letters, and you're going to be answering 2 of those specific questions. And then your essay this week is going to be focusing on the spiritual armor of God. So again, you're going to be reading through Ephesians chapter 6, verses 10 through 20, and then you're going to be answering those 4 specific questions there, basically 1 paragraph per question, making sure that you're getting a minimum of at least 400 words, so you're meeting that word requirement, and then again that you are fulfilling those requirements in your essay, that you again are using a proper heading, which is, you clearly have an example listed down there in your essay, that you are submitting your paper as a Word document or as a PDF, that you're double spacing, and that you are citing the ESV or any other sources that you use. So again, just want to make sure that I clarify all of that information, so again that you are not having any points deducted that you wouldn't need to be or need to, just because you have left out one of the requirements in your papers. So again, if you have questions at all, as I mentioned earlier, about any of your assignments, please do reach out to me with those. I will be beginning the process of grading week 5 and getting those back to you throughout the week as quickly as I can. So again, if you have questions, I would be happy to be able to answer those for you. With that, have a wonderful rest of your evening. If I need to get another communication to you, I will either post another video or I'll use the course message center to be able to get a communication to you.